All right, last night SIM card was full, so I couldn't record anymore. I got the airbox back on. I believe that's where it cut off at. Carburetors are back in. All the stuff's connected up, and now this is for me. I'm experimenting because there's this hot air intake back here behind the airbox. Now I put the jet kit in, so to me, I don't know. That item wasn't moving right, and to me it looks like a hindrance of air getting in there. So I took it off. I'm gonna experiment. It's 2 seconds to put it back on, but anyways, we got to balance the carburetors. They're in there now. We got to balance them, right? So what that means is the airflow going through them, right? There's a butterfly in there, you know, the part that's right in the middle of your carburetors. Let's see. I believe you can see it from right here. Yeah. Okay. All right. I think you can see that, but those butterflies in there, right? Now they move. See, they move, right? They need to be letting in the same amount of mixture on both sides to have a perfectly running machine. So I'm going to show you how to make that happen. And what you're going to do is, this is the screw you're looking for right here. And now it's only on the right side of the motorcycle. This carburetor remains exactly how it is. And you balance. Gonna turn that ringer off. This carburetor remains, so that's your base carburetor. That's what you're moving off of. This carburetor you adjust. Every bike should have one stable carburetor, and you adjust all the other butterflies off of that. Okay, and it's as simple as lining up the vacuum pressure. You're going to use gauges, right? I used these two Harbor Freight gauges because I had a Motion Pro one. And I hooked it up to the Gold Wing and it sucked everything right out of it, all the fluid. So that wasn't cool. Anyways, I'm going to put you on my head. I'm going to get it started. I'm going to show you how to adjust this stuff. All right, here we go again. So we're at carburetor synchronization. I'll put that over there, get it out of my way. And all right, same deal, right? You know what we're gonna do? I actually got my cameras all, got my lights all charged up, got my camera all charged up. I know that was a little bit of a problem during the install video. So here we go. 2 vacuum gauges, okay? Got them from Harbor Freight, $7 a piece. I had the Motion Pro ones, I still have them, but the Gold Wing sucked all the fluid right out of them, right? So these carburetors are balanced already. I had them in the other bike, I balanced them there. But I'm hooking all this up to show you so you know what to do. So I like, I just zip tied the big screwdriver up there because I like them sitting side by side so you can see, you can look at the 2 dials together, right? So if you look, right, this guy, vacuum hose, right down to here, right? From the back, 2 ports over on the intaker exhaust or the head. So you're going 2 ports up. There's a screw in there, right? I got the screw right over here. There's a screw on this one. It's a plug, okay? Take the screw out. You get one of these jobbies. Now, this is off my Motion Pro setup. Alright, we're recording. This is something I want to splice in after I looked at the carburetor synchronization video. The footage. My camera was not positioned in the right place. So when I was talking about the right side of the motorcycle, I'm going to splice this in, but that screw right there, That's your vacuum port, okay? It's a Phillips screw with a crush washer on it. And you take that out. Now what I have are pieces from my Motion Pro synchronization kit. Now the Gold Wing sucked all the fluid out of that kit. Now, I don't know why, but like you see in the video, you can do it with vacuum gauges. But anyways, it's probably like a an M5 threading hollow rod. You know, I don't know if you can grab that anywhere, but you know, you could do like, so here's one, my snap-on vacuum gauge, and you see that tapered tip? They have rubber ones, so you could stab that in there. You know, come up with something. I don't know. You'll come up with something. Anyhow, I want to splice that in there and show it to you more clearly, but we're at, you know, 1, 2 in, you know, it's the middle one. And that's your port. The other one, now there's already a vacuum. This vacuum hose right here runs right to that port. Here, I'll pop it off for you so you can see. Boom. See that port right there? Okay. That stays on there. They should put one on the other side with like a cap on it or something. Make it easy for us. I zip tied that just to get it a little tight, you know, because this is like a little bit of a different size, this hose. So the vacuum gauges come with T-fittings, or you if you got your own T-fitting, whatever, right? Get the whole system connected back up. Okay, so then boom, you got it. You're in there. Now you need the motorcycle to be at operating temperature. Okay. You're gonna go right in the side. You don't have to take anything off, man. I don't know. They tell you to take a bunch of stuff off in the manual, but really, what it is you just gotta hunt around a little bit. Okay. It's right above the carburetor band. Okay. So you look in there. I don't know if you can see that, but you're gonna figure it out for yourself. As soon as you see that spring, it's high. It's about 2 inches higher than the carburetor band, right? And you're gonna really put the screwdriver at an upward angle, and you know, you're just gonna find it's a slot screwdriver, so you get a long, you know, long flat guy, right? You get it in there, and then you can adjust, right? So we're looking for the same vacuum. Now the right side is the only side you adjust. Bike is warm, right? Hey buddy. Bike is warm. You want the idle at about 800. Now typically I like my idle a little bit higher, but for the purposes of the carburetor adjustment, the synchronization, you need it to be what the factory manual says for it, right? So if you look, you're supposed to be within 1.6 Hg of each other, and I am. All right. Now this carburetor's a little hairy. I don't know. I might have. Could be a. That could be anything. That could be, you know, like a worn ring, maybe, or maybe I still got a bad vacuum hose in there. I don't know, but I mean that's so close, man. Right? But anyways, so you're gonna get yourself into your carburetor screw, right? And once you drop in there, I'll show you right on this one. So boom, your carburetor's right there. You see, exhaust clamp would be right here. You need to be up at this angle right here. Get into that screw, right? And what I like to do is I'll hold it in there, right? Get it steady, hold it in there, walk around the, you know, move around to the front of the dashboard so I can see my gauges, and I'll start adjusting, right? I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to adjust mine. All right, look, this is how I lose all my batteries. Right, so this is how I adjust mine. So in other words, I'll get it in there, right? Get it lined up. You can even see a little action right here too. You know, see where you're at a little bit, right? You get it in there, and I'm gonna adjust. I'll figure out which way it's letting it go, right? Every time you adjust, you got to give it a little rip, let it settle. You know what I mean? See, this one's a hair lower, But what I do is I don't really look at, I mean, I'll look at how the needles are moving together, but really I look at what's the highest point on this one and the lowest point, and does it match the highest and the lowest point here, roughly, right? So this is going just at like, it'll get to like 31, right? So I see this, is this one dropping down to 31? Yeah, it's dropping down like 30, okay? I could probably stand to adjust this a little bit, but it's within spec. So if it's within spec and I got Harbor Freight vacuum gauges, I'm gonna say, I'm not touching it. Now it goes to about 21. So am I going to 21? This one's going a hair over. I could probably stand to just move this one back this way a little bit. You know what? I don't know. Maybe we'll give it a shot. Let me see. Just for the sake of the video, all right? I'm gonna get up in there. Oh, there it is. I see my screw. There it is. I felt it drop in. Right now I'm holding it, and I'm gonna tighten up a little bit. Uh-oh, we got a ghost over there. Now when you hit that throttle, it's going to move your screwdriver, okay? So I went to the right, and now it's the other way. So I'm going to go back to the left. I'm going to see what we're doing here. Still just holding it in place. Make sure your throttle's choked all the way back. But it will change them both. Just because you're adjusting this screw, now it's changing the airflow. I'm gonna let it settle in for a minute. Okay, keep it held in there. You want to check. All right, actually my idle dropped a little bit by doing that, so I'm gonna get my idle back up because I noticed that it was a little unsteady. So I'm looking, and this one's dropping. It's hitting about 31 and a half, maybe 31. Am I getting the same thing over here? I want to go a little higher back here still. Uh-oh, that's looking good. Damn, they're moving almost in unison. Ugh. Nah, that's it right there. That's our money right there. I'm glad I talked myself into adjusting this one. That's it. I'm not even touching that anymore. No way. Nah. Nope, that's good. Now my idle went a little higher. It's running a little strong. Good. That's what we want, right? We want a strong motor. That's synced. It can't get better than that, right? All right, that's your carburetor synchronization. Now you got to play with it a little bit. You know, just because you're adjusting one, the other one's still going to be different because now you're pulling an even air rather than less here and more there, or what, vice versa. Now they're even. So if this one was pulling more, right? Then when they're even, now it's pulling less, but they're even, right? And then you adjust it a little bit, and pow! That really made a difference. I can hear it. I can hear it in the motor. I'm really glad I did that. Yep. So Boom, carburetor synchronized, we're good. Next up is mixture screws.